Yes. Hello. What just fell? Okay, it's fine. Hi. So I decided to film again because I want to, because I'm actually feeling like somewhat mentally healthy this week, so I can accomplish tasks. Sorry, there's like, I don't think I ever posted it, but I started filming a video where I was like dragging cotton pads over the mic, and it's like gross and fuzzy all the time. Anyway, but today I just wanted to film like an easy video, like nothing fancy. So what we're gonna be doing, this needs to be higher, 1 second. That's more like it. It is now balancing on a cigar box and a box of Capri Suns. But what we're gonna be doing, I went to my bookshelf and I found like the coolest vintage books I have. So first we have Expectant Motherhood. This book was given to me by my mother, and it was given to her by her mother, and it was given to her from the hospital when she had my mom. So this book, let's see. I'm not going to be showing you the inside of the cover because it has like information on it, and you don't need to know that. Alright, so the first copyright for this book was 1940, and then it was renewed in 1947, 1957, 1963, and 1970. So this is the 1970 edition of Expectant Motherhood. And I know a little bit about prenatal care and like labor and all of that. What my phone is resting on right now is a stack of books about pregnancy, birth, and child care, because I was studying to be a doula. Next up, I love the way this book smells. Next up, we have the Standard Textbook of Cosmetology from the Trendsetters School of Beauty. I got this book for 11 cents when I was under 12. And it has proved to be very helpful because it tells you, we'll figure out what it tells you. So, its first copyright was in 1938, 1954, 1959, 1965, 1967, and 1972. And this is the completely revised edition. My favorite part of this book are the hair chapters, because it tells you how to do like popular 1972 haircuts. And I have thought about going to cosmetology school. I do my own hair. That's why there's this one weirdly long one. And lastly, we have my favorite, the new etiquette. I think this is the oldest I have. Let's see. And it is in pristine condition. When I got it, there was still a wedding invitation tucked into it, and a card for, you could like send money to this organization, and the organization was Moms Against Polio, which I personally am also against polio. The new etiquette of Social Behavior by Marjorie Wilson, author of Charm. So when was this written? Copyright 1937. So this has been kept this well for almost 100 years. Isn't that wonderful? So this is going to be kind of just a long, in the background kind of a video, because I'm just going to be doing like tapping and reading aloud passages from this. So let's just start with the new etiquette. Such a good word to say. And this is going to be a really boring visual video because I'm just going to be reading. For the cosmetology textbook, and I'm sure the motherhood book, there's going to be some visuals, but most likely not in the etiquette book, unless they're telling us how to like set a table or something. I don't know. So let's read the table of contents first. Forward. Musings on manners. The who, what, when, where, and why of etiquette. Doors. Getting in and out of them. Our own doors. The doors of our friends. Public doors. When to knock. Chairs. When to be seated and when to stand. How to sit gracefully. The etiquette of chairs, from footstools to thrones. Tables. How to make them serve us. The body. Modern ease and grace versus formal stiffness. Hands and handshaking, arms and elbows, eyes, walking, sitting, standing. What to do about the low. Divan. Divan. I don't know how to pronounce that. The wallflower posture. The bow. Repose. Clothes and the clock. Clothes and the clock. Clothes and the clock. Clothes and the clock. What the smart woman wears at the various hours of the day and night. Clothes and the place. What to wear in town, at a theater or restaurant, at a hotel, to the opera, to a wedding, if you are a club woman. Oh my gosh, there's so much. This is all the table of contents. Sports and country clothes. What to wear when you travel by train, plane, or steamer. Mourning, not like morning time, but like when someone died. Something about colors. A man and his clothes. The gentleman dresses by a code as inviolable. I have no idea what that word is. As his manners. He wears just this and that, and nothing else, morning, noon, and night. His sports clothes, what he wears at a resort. His jewelry. I don't know how many of you have read Jeeves and Wooster. By P.G. Wodehouse. But Jeeves would have something to say about that. Names. What we should call ourselves. Proper signatures. The etiquette of names. The divorcee. Royalty. Servants. Husbands and wives. How to address dignitaries of state and church. Cards. Visiting cards for women, married and unmarried or divorced. A man's card. The double card. The informal. Many uses of visiting cards. Junior and senior. Corner turned down. Christmas cards. The etiquette of announcements. Future address cards. Place cards. Birthday cards and Easter cards. The debutante's card. Do's and don'ts about cards. Why don't we do debutante stuff anymore? I bet we do. I'm just too bored to understand it. Calls and callers. When one should make calls. Returning them. The command appearance that has an exclamation point. Another must call. Neighborhood calls, sympathy calls, does the woman ask the man to call, telephone calls, personal and business, the etiquette of calls generally, at the opera, at home. Introductions. Whom to introduce to whom. When an introduction is necessary, the guest of honor which name to speak first, the importance of speaking clearly, introducing one person to a group, titles and introductions, introducing a member of the family, servants and introductions, the reply. Conversation. Tracking it to its lair. Tracking it to its lair? What are they doing? First aid for talk. Storytelling, accepted manner of speech. Some best uses, indicative words. How to pronounce them. That's what I need. Advice on many phases of good talk. Words and phrases to avoid. We'll check out that chapter. Notes and letters. Letter writing. Typewriter versus pen. I didn't know that was an etiquette thing. Notes for all occasions. Correct paper for all uses. There's correct paper. Monograms, crests, devices. The letters we should write. Those we may write. The letter of condolence, congratulations, or invitation. The bread and butter letter. 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 The note of charm. Invitations. To weddings, to parties of all kinds. The formal invitation. The informal invitation. The telephoned invitation. The etiquette of invitations for a dance. Visiting card invitations, acceptances, and regrets. Entertaining. Modern attitude toward entertaining when there is no host. How arrangements are made, plans and preparations, etiquettes of various kinds of entertainments, teas, dances, operas, play, dinners, buffets. Oh my gosh, there's even more on the table of contents. There is 3 more pages of just the contents. That's amazing. I didn't realize that being polite had that much going into it in 1937, when you had a lot of money. Service. A resume of necessary equipment, table settings and decorations, choices of dishes, silver and linen, the formal dinner, correct service for all occasions, menus, pronunciation of some French culinary terms seen on the menus. We're doing that. I'm on my 8th consecutive day of French Duolingo, so I basically know everything about French. The servants in the house. The correct attire and duties of the various servants in large or small households. The family's attitudes towards them. Let's give a party. The spirit of the occasion. Hospitality with much or little equipment and service. A buffet from plan to performance. How to eat. For children, of course, but you may as well read it, just in case. Wines and liquors. The etiquette of wine service. Correct glasses. Choice and care of wines. The hostess. Receiving. Choosing her guest. Duties to her own guest and to those of her friends. The guest. How to become one a second time. Arriving, staying, leaving. The guest in a house, in a camp, at the country weekend house party. Hearts and flowers. The debutante. The ballroom debut. The home debut. The engaged girl. Timely advice. The ring. What to do about parents. Brides and wedding cakes. Weddings from the originating sentiment to the last grain of rice. Gifts. What to give and to whom. The smart attitude towards gifts. Good taste and discretion. Manners and the man. The marks of a gentleman. The return of the fashion of gentlemen. Did they go away during the 20s? That's funny. travel. Getting about the world smartly. By ship, including a first voyage. Train, airplane, automobile, taxi, station wagon, elevator, trailer, and bicycle. Tips. Whom to tip and how much. In a restaurant or hotel, in a railway station or on a train, on a steamer. Tipping the taxi driver. Tipping one's hostess servants. Tips abroad. Bibs and perambulators. Oh, that's like a stroller. Christenings, godmothers and godfathers. School books and roller skates. About the child 12 and under. Manners at home, in public, at parties. Etiquette for those difficult years of transition. The terrifying teens. Their problems, their parties, their parents. I'm obsessed with this. Funerals. Okay. What is expected of a bereaved family? The duties of friends and acquaintances. The etiquette of the entire matter. Plans and procedure. Official etiquette. Formal procedures with dignitaries. Procedure in Washington, D.C. The newcomer in Washington. Formal calls. Business etiquette. The importance of good manners in business, what every secretary should know. The smooth and correct procedure of office manners for employer and employee. Club etiquette. Town and country clubs. The different kind of memberships. The formality of becoming a member. Classifying the newcomer. The demands and limitations of club life. Sports. Necessary observances in horseback riding, hunting, golf, tennis, and other sports. The etiquette of furnishings and decoration. Some rules. Colors. Making a room look larger. Uses of rooms. Trends. In closing, what is back of the young modern's point of view? Well, that was a lot. We're just going to take a brief look at conversation, page 179. Another leftover bookmark I haven't noticed before. Only 50 cents, 75 cents in Canada, and 3 old Dutch labels. I have no idea what it's for. That's amazing. It's an old magazine advertisement. Alright. I don't think I can say that word in this video. It used to have a different meaning. It no longer does. Conversation. My lips kept forming sentences. I sowed and reaped repentances. Oh. I wish you guys could smell this. Ooh, this is in italics, so I'll read it. Lack of vocabulary naturally causes one to overwork certain words. It is a good plan to watch yourself for a day or two and see what words you say over and over again. Write down these words. Look them up in a dictionary of synonyms or an ordinary dictionary, where you will learn other words that mean the same thing. Then you can vary those expressions that have become monotonous to your friends and limiting to you. We spoke of the vulgarian seeing elbows on the table for a few moments, and then proceeding to lie on the table himself. This same man may hear a word of slang from the lips of a cultured person, and with a loud hurrah interlard his own speech with so much slang that little form is left. He hears one slang expression and imagines he has heard 50. He hears one risque story and takes it as a license to wallow. He hears one little whispered word of profanity and proceeds to talk like a mule driver. He hears one liberty taken with old-fashioned rhetoric and discards his grammar. Such license is not the liberty of modernism. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. So under distorted meanings, she has a list of incorrect. So the incorrect is, she wanted to hurriedly pay a call. Correct is, she wanted to pay a call hurriedly. He started to quickly return. Correct is, he started to quickly to return, or he started to return quickly. I could honestly read this book forever, but we'll be done for now. This video is already getting pretty long. Alright, next we will do cosmetology. I'm gonna take a quick drink of water though first. I'll try to lean away from the mic because I hate. Oh wait, I have a mute function. 1 second. Thanks. I can't stand when people drink when they're recording. I just can't do it. Okay, so let's do. Oh my gosh, sorry. This book is like pretty severely broken because it was a textbook. It was used. I'm not going to read through the whole table of contents this time because that was a lot. I want to read you guys how to do some nails because that's what I've mainly used this textbook for. Well, now my nails look horrible, but I love doing manicures. I'm not good at it, but I like doing it. I hope you can't hear that. My upstairs neighbor is being so loud. Alright, manicuring, page 63. Here we go. So I'm just going to read you guys the basic procedure to doing a manicure in 1972. Here, let me do some tapping. Okay. Preparation. Prepare the manicure table. Sponge top with disinfectant, cover cushion with a sanitized towel, and place a bowl of warm soapy water to left side of patron. Select and arrange required sanitized implements, cosmetics, and materials. Seat patron. Wash your hands. Examine patron's hands. Remove old polish. Moisten a piece of cotton with the nail polish remover and press over the nail for a few moments to soften the polish. With a firm movement, bring the cotton from the base of the nail to the tip. Do not smear the old polish into the cuticle or the surrounding tissue. Shape nails. Discuss with the patron in the nail shape best suited for her. File the nails of the left hand from the little finger towards the thumb in the following manner. Hold the patron's finger between the thumb and the first two fingers of the left hand. Hold the file in the right hand and tilt it slightly so that filing is confined mainly to the underside of the free edge. Shape nails into a graceful oval tips, never extreme points. Use the file or emery board to shape the nail. File each nail from the corner to center, going from the right to left and then from left to right. On each side of the nail, use 2 short, quick strokes and 1 long, sweeping stroke. soften cuticle, 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 cuticle. After completing the left hand, file 2 nails of the right hand. Only 2. Then immerse left hand into finger bowl, soap bath, to prevent softening of the cuticle. Finish filing nails of right hand. Remove left hand from finger bowl. Dry fingertips. Holding a towel in both hands, carefully dry the left hand, including the area between the fingers. At the same time, gently loosen and push back the cuticle, 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 and adhering skin on each nail. Apply cuticle remover. Wind a thin layer of cotton around the blunt edge of an orangewood stick to use as an applicator. Apply cuticle solvent around the cuticles of the left hand. Loosen cuticle. Use the spoon end of the cuticle pusher to gently loosen the cuticle. They really like saying cuticle. Use the cuticle pusher in a flat position to remove the dead cuticle adhering to the nail without scratching the nail blade. Push cuticle back with the towel over index finger. Clean under free edge. Use cotton-dipped orangewood stick, dip in soapy water, and clean under the free edge from the center towards each side with gentle pressure. Trim cuticle. If necessary, use cuticle clippers or scissors to remove dead cuticles, hangnails, or an uneven cuticle. In cutting the cuticle, be careful to remove it as a single segment. Bleach under free edges with cotton-dipped orangewood stick. Apply hydrogen peroxide or other bleaching preparation under free edge of each nail in left hand. Apply cuticle oil or cream around the sides and base of the nail and massage with the thumb in a rotary movement. Soften cuticle of right hand. Immerse right hand into finger bowl soap bath while continuing to treat the left hand. Remove right hand from soap bath. Treat nails and cuticle of right hand as described under steps 4 to 11. Cleanse nails. Brush nails in a soap bath with the downward movement to clean nails and fingernails in both hands. Dry hands and nails thoroughly. And that's just getting them ready to go. That's not even polished. That's amazing. Okay. And now that we know our etiquette, we've gotten our nails done, it's time to have a baby. Expectant motherhood. Let's see. One really interesting thing that I just read, and I felt stupid for not realizing it sooner. But that most common, current symptoms of pregnancy are incredibly new because, for the vast majority of history, if you were late menstruating and you were throwing up, that wasn't really different because a lot of people were malnourished, and so they weren't menstruating regularly, and feeling sick and nauseous isn't really you're not gonna throw up and immediately be oh my gosh, I'm gonna have a baby. And so all of the current ways we have of telling that we're pregnant is really incredibly new. That didn't really start happening until I think the early 20th century. Let's do the newborn baby, because I know that I'm interested in pregnancy and labor and stuff, but I know it freaks a lot of people out. So how about we do the newborn baby? Let's go to that chapter. Oh, and wait, it has a list of boys' names and girls' names. We're doing that. There's so many. Okay, I'm just gonna do the G's from both because my name starts with a G. Alright, so here's the list of boys' names. Gabriel, Gary, Jeffrey spelled Joffrey, George, Gerald, Gilbert, Glenn, Godfrey, Gordon, Graham, Grant, Grant Lee, Gregory, Grover, and Guy. That's so cute. Alright, now let's look at the G girls' names. Gail, Genevieve. I love the name Genevieve. Genevieve and Gwendolyn are like on my top list of baby names. Georgia, Geraldine, Gertrude. I was almost Gertrude. I'm not. Gladys, Gloria, Grace, Gretchen, Gwendolyn. Nice. Oh, it also has Hortense. Another good name. Okay, I think that's enough. My throat is starting to hurt. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope that was a good background noise. I hope we learned lots about the past, such as in the year of our Lord 1970, people were probably naming their baby boys Godfrey. Although I've never met a 40-year-old Godfrey, so maybe they weren't. Maybe the hospital was just really trying to push that name out there. There was one